Last week, I had a family member reach out to me asking if I could process color film. I haven't in a while. It tends to be something I let film bank up until it's worth buying the chemistry and process it all at once. That way I don't have to worry about shooting enough that, chemicals don't go bad in the meantime. Anyways, I told them that I could, and I asked if they also wanted digital scans, or digital copies, I should say. I don't have a scanner, and prints, which they did. So we negotiated a fair price that we were both happy with, and I proceeded to order paper for the printer and, the film chemistry. So for today's video, I was going to work on the digital scanning portion of that project, right? I need some way to make a digital copy of the negatives. I was going to make a little light box. So that was kind of going to be today's focus. Just take some cardboard and some foam core. I've got a cheap LED panel. Use some gift wrapping tissue paper and for diffusion. Stick it all together, make a light box, and I don't know, maybe take a lens and flip it around backwards. It's pretty standard DIY macro on the cheap, some extension tubes. And while I was kind of doing my prep work for the video and trying to figure out how I wanted to put things together before I actually committed any materials, because I would want to do that on camera, I realized that I have a tool that does that. Yeah, I've got an enlarger. I've got an enlarger here at the house. I have a really nice, well, it's not my favorite. I've got a negative carrier that you can put a whole strip in and turn a crank and it feeds the negatives through. I don't have to build anything. Better yet, a little bug. Better yet, I've got a 50mm Nikon enlarger lens. So essentially what I ended up doing is I pulled the lens off the camera and projected the image straight onto the sensor. Right? Why not? So today was really just a proof of concept. I spent more time than I needed to sort of working out some of the larger kinks. Made a few more that we'll get to sort out later. But I ended up digging out the first roll of film I shot 10 years ago in high school on a borrowed Argus C3. Back in the days when you could still get film developed at CVS in under an hour and get your negatives back. Nothing groundbreaking, but considering I didn't have a light meter and was running off the Sunny 16 roll, I'm pretty pleased overall. I'm sure this sounds great rubbing up on the mic. I also popped in a roll of Delta 400 I ran through my FM2. Some of my favorite images were from Nashville, hanging out with members of the band Van Gilder while they were getting together for Thanksgiving and doing a song recording marathon. It was a really great weekend, and I'm really glad I brought the film camera along, which I need to get them some prints soon. Anyways, I plan to tinker with the setup a little bit more. There's a lot of refining to do. Don't put much stock in the quality you see here in the video because I was using the D5600, not the D850 for the scans. I did a quick curves adjustment to flip the negative. Again, we'll be able to refine that more when I'm doing proper images, high res on the D850 and using something like Lightroom or Photoshop, but I'm sure I'll make a video when I do that. Anyways, that's all I have today, folks. Sorry it's not doing something or showing off much of what I did yet, but when I get that more together, it'll be good. I'm looking forward to June being done, so I can kind of do away with the video a day guideline and spend a little more time making videos with a little more production value and not trying to juggle so many things. But that's all I have. I hope everyone is being well and staying safe, and hopefully not having to fight with annoying cats too much. Oh, you can't even see down there. All right.